and gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Okay, Freddy.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Crazy Kid Mad City, and we are back with another one. That's right, we are live on Facebook, we are live on YouTube, and yep, shout out to all of my there we go. Shout out to everybody that's with me. It is Pop Topic Sunday, and we got a good show for you. So we're gonna hop right on to it. It is Pop Topic Sunday. Like my little echo right there. So without further ado, I'm gonna bring my first guest on that's gonna help me out. It's none other than, my I say I'm his twin, but none other than my daddy, y'all. What's going on, Pops?
What's up, Shun?
Oh man, another day in paradise, man. How you living?
Great. I'm on the road doing a little driving across town, but I'm in the house though. That's what matters.
Oh
Yeah.
shizzle. Oh shizzle. So we just gonna hop right into it, man. I don't know if everybody have listened, but legend Melly Mel and Eminem have gone back and
Hey,
forth.
hey, real quick before you get into your topics, you're on a lot of platforms now, and so you might want to mention that and welcome everybody to your various platforms. You're like easy to find right now, very
That's
easy to find. Tell
that's
them about that right quick.
well, okay, dope. Yeah, I kind of sped past through that. So shout out to everybody on iHeart, Apple Podcasts, Samsung Podcasts, Amazon Radio, Amazon Music. I'm sorry, TuneIn Radio, Podchasers, Player FM, Boomplay, Spotify, and YouTube. Big shout out. I did kind of speed past it. What the old
That's
folks
all
say.
good.
Charge to my head, not my heart. So yeah, big shout out to them. Um, I do want to mention that. And shout out to everybody that's in the chat. What's going on, Princeton? What's going on, my boy? Uh, so yeah, the Melly Mel and Eminem. Have you heard about that, Pop?
Funny, yes. And I yes. But go ahead. I'll chime in a second.
So for the people that's been living under a rock, Melly Mel, legend from the legendary group Furious Five. He launched a critique of Eminem during an interview with the Art of Dialogue. Big shout out to them. Following the publications of Billboard's 50 greatest rappers of all time. The Furious Five star just made his way onto the chart at 48, while the Rap God was placed at number 5. Um, of course, I think Jay Z, Biggie. I think Biggie was number 6. But Melly Mel appeared to be surprised that Future was all the way back at 35 in comparison to Eminem's position, despite describing him as a capable rapper, and cited that the reason as being his skin color. He said, "So now, if Eminem was um, another dude of
Black rapper, basically.
yeah, black rapper. I'm gonna say that. Like all the rest of us, he would be. Would he be top 5 of that list? when a black rapper that could rhyme just as good as him is 35. Eminem, however, because his clapback is real. So Eminem responded back on the track called Realist. He raps, hip hop has been good to me, huh? But they say that I'm only top five because I'm white. Why would I be stunned? My skin color is still working against me. Cause second, I should be to none. Being why they put me at five. Nope, that's why they can't put me at one. Um, so Melly Mel also came with a, came with a diss track that is, I think the lyrics read, why you ducking on the game when you shit on my name? Why they put Pee Wee Herman in the Hall of Fame?
Is uh, is there any way that you can like find that and play that? Cause it's I don't know, man. It's like it's
Let me
hard to
see.
describe it. It's hard to describe how horrible it was. It's like you got to hear this for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And
I
it's like
don't I don't know if I
it's horrible. Just
can.
go to YouTube or just Google uh, Melly Mel's Eminem response.
Yeah,
It's
it
it's it's
is.
terrible. I listened to it and it's like it's gunshots all the way through it. But when you listening to it, it's like it's dated. It takes you it. He's rapping basically the same way that he was rapping back in 1984. And you
With,
know how
with
how how
Grandmaster
rappers
Flash.
back in the day, yeah, you know how rappers back in the day they used to do that. He, he even does that on the song, and it's horrible. It's actually kind of sad to be honest. It's actually very very sad. It made me feel bad for him, and because he had absolutely no business even doing that. That that
Well,
was that was that was terrible. It was hard to listen to actually.
I think he's feeling it now because he has since had a change of heart, saying in the light of the 50th anniversary of hip hop, my original intention was to contribute an engaging and enjoyable endeavor to enrich the cultural landscape. Regrettably, my response fell short in its execution, and I accept my full responsibility for the misjudgment. If if Eminem has the power to make a grown man apologize, then clearly Eminem ain't the person to be messing with at
No,
all.
and someone of his age, he made to apologize, and the whole thing was just sad. I mean, and being that it is the 50th year of hip hop, that made it even sadder.
Yeah,
For him to come out like that and on hip hop's 50th anniversary and just make a total ass of himself. It was kind of sad. Funny, funny. Now, granted,
very.
funny as hell, but it was really kind of sad though.
Yeah, I hate to see him go out like that, but Eminem is a rap god for a reason. Despite
I
his
mean, he
despite his skin
he
color.
is he is who he is.
Yeah,
And it's not to say that Eminem takes away from the culture of hip hop. You know, Eminem clearly understands his place in the culture. He understands that he is a guest of this culture, and he understands
right.
who hip hop culture lies with, and that's black people, and he's respected that, and that's what I like about him.
Yeah,
He respects his place and
right.
understands where his place is, and he understands what this culture is all about, and he's never tried to you know crap on the culture or anything like that. So
Right.
he- yeah,
Yeah, you know what Eminem on this had me feeling like? I don't know if he's gonna play. Let me see if he play. It got me feeling like it. I don't even know if he played, man, but it made me laugh because Eminem is always a topic of discussion when it comes to where his spot is on the list, and
Mhm.
a lot of rappers hate on it. I don't know why. It's just the skill set. I mean,
Yeah,
if
and a lot of them look at it as far as hip hop. Hip hop is ours, and of course it always goes back to Elvis, and rock and roll. Elvis became the king of rock and roll, and he became king of something that that black people created, and and we saw this happen in history before, and they feel like they're seeing it happen again. That here's this white guy, who's taking over the culture once again, and taking over the music and becoming king of something that uh, black people created.
but
And
as
I can kind of see how they're I can kind of see how they're feeling about that. But once again, he understands his place in the culture, and he's never come out and tried to proclaim himself the king of rap or the king of hip hop. He know that he can't do that.
yeah, yeah. But I suggest these rappers get back in the gym, practice some more,
That's
man.
it. That's really what it all comes. That's really
It's
what it
more
all
things
comes
to do.
down to. You know,
Right,
step your skills up. That's it. You know.
right. Miss Johnson, thank you for the comment. It says so true regarding the Elvis reference. Yeah, that that is. Now that you actually say that, I'm actually kind of thinking about it. That is true, but like I said, just get back in the gym, man. Get back to writing.
That's
Um,
right. And and I and talking about the culture being taken over by someone else. I look back, as far as rock and roll is concerned. Elvis became king of rock and roll, and so on and so on. But you had somebody who was very, very vocal about the origins of rock and roll, and that was somebody who was the architect of rock and roll. Of course, you know who that person is, right?
of course, of course,
That's Little
none
Richard.
other than Little Richie. Yeah,
Yeah, none other than Little Richard, and he was a big spokesperson for the origins of rock and roll, and he did not let it rest. And and when it all was said and done, people knew that rock and roll didn't begin with this guy. Rock and roll began with Little Richard, because he was the one who basically created and grew the genre. So
right.
and I guess you can probably say that Melly Mel is probably you know basically going after this guy. He's being a spokesperson for hip hop. But if he's gonna be a spokesperson for hip hop, do it a different way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
fact.
saying? Do it a little bit different from the way he did it. Don't jump in a battle with this guy and just get ate up.
Facts. Facts. So sticking with the 50th anniversary of hip hop, Complex has dropped their top 50 New York greatest rappers. Now, if you know Complex, you know their list has never always really been a good list. But this this 50 New York greatest rappers list is I wouldn't say terrible, but it's crazy. So Complex released the list of his top 50 New York rappers, And the list includes, of course, Jay-Z, Big, Nas, Rakim at 4, LL Cool J, 50 Cent, Nicki Minaj, DMX, Busta Rhymes, KRS-One, just to name a few. Meanwhile, Diddy sits at number 48, 23 places below Cardi B, with Ice Spice rounding out the list at number 50. Um,
Who were the
I'm
top five on that list?
the top five: Jay-Z, Big, Nas, Rakim, and LL Cool J.
LL Cool J was number five or number one.
Number 5.
So Jay-Z is number one.
Jay-Z is number 1. Correct.
Okay. And I
Yeah.
guess with 50, they ended up having to basically, I'd say at 50, they virtually named every, just about
Every
every New York, hip hop act that that there's been. So they had to place these people somewhere, and I think it's probably,
so I got the
I think it might be close to being, fair.
yeah, I got the top 25 now. So in order from 1 to 25, we got Jay-Z, Big, Nas, Rakim, LL Cool J, 50 Cent, Nicki Minaj, DMX, Busta Rhymes, KRS-One. That's 1 through 10. 11 through 20, we got KRS-One. We got Prodigy, Lil Kim, Ghostface Killer, MF Doom, Big Pun, Jada Kiss, Cameron, Yasin Bey, other know as Most Def. 19, we got Big Daddy Kane. 20, Slick Rick. Rounding out the 25, we got Method Man, Chuck D, Run, Q-Tip, and Cardi B. I like the 25. But I guarantee you I can find at least one underground rapper that could have been on the list more than Ice Spice. But I think it's more of she has
Yeah,
a big following right now.
yeah.
But nowadays it really don't take. I'm not gonna shit on
And
any other music, but
one thing would be, I would like to know the person, who's actually, because it's the magazine that they're saying that are these people. I'd like to know who is the one person sitting at the table, or the
right.
people sitting at the table. They need to like post pictures of these people with their email addresses and stuff like that, so that we can so we can reach out directly to them and see what the hell they were thinking when they were putting these lists together and everything. Because it's and again, it's relative. Everybody who puts
Yeah.
together a top 10 or top 50 list, it's always going to be different, and it's always going to be based on what the person likes, and what's in their that music library.
Yeah, so one Twitter user said Ice Spice, I can never say her name, Ice Spice, being named one of the greatest rappers of all time in New York had to be the most egregious thing I ever seen.
I'm
Uh
not, and I guess I'm in that age group where I don't know who the hell Ice Spice is. So just in all fairness, I have no idea who that person is and hadn't heard
it,
anything
I
about it
I
person.
I tell you this, sex appeal really runs the music industry right now. And
Yeah, especially
um
with female rappers and stuff. Now
yeah, and then
that's
we
the
live
hook.
in that. Yeah, we live in that TikTok era, so TikTok music is really big right now. So
Tell you
it
what,
ain't.
do this for me. I got to put me on pause for a second, and I'll be right back. I gotta take care of something for like maybe 1 minute,
I
two
ain't no doubt.
minutes maybe.
Go ahead.
I'll be right back. All right.
No doubt. I so going back to it, but yeah, it has to be a slow pretty much a slow year for New York rappers. Um, I believe French Montana was on there also. But another user in Complex best New York rappers of all time list is exactly why folks need to stop looking to them for anything regarding hip hop coverage, which is true. Um, but like Pop said, every list will be different, and nowadays top lists are more subjective. It's more based on your personal, your personal preference. So everybody list is not going to be the same, and the hip hop has changed drastically from when, from the early 2000s to the 90s, 80s, and so forth. So hopping into Mark Zuckerberg and the Elon Musk fight. So fans have been eagerly waiting for the tech bro fight of the century since Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg first teased it. Which that being said, the two of them have been going back and forth regarding the details of the fight as of late. However, Zuckerberg hopped on Threads to let fans know that he's not playing around anymore. According to him, Musk has not been taking the fight seriously, and he's been over it. Zuckerberg stating, "I think we can all agree, Elon Musk is serious." Isn't serious, I'm sorry, and it's time to move on. I offered the real date. Dana White offered to make this a legit competition for charity. He also states Elon won't confirm a date, then says he needs surgery, and now asks to do practice round in his backyard, which is weird. If Elon ever gets serious about a real date in an official event, he knows how to reach me. Otherwise, time to move on. I'm going to focus on competing with people who take the sport seriously. So, does it seem like Elon Musk doesn't want to fight, or is more of a publicity stunt? Which it kind of seems like Elon is headed there, but um, everybody knows whatever Elon wants, Elon typically gets. So I'm gonna bring Pops back up. We're gonna try to see if we can talk about this. What's going on, Pop?
Yes, I am back.
So so what you think, man? You think Elon Musk scared? You think he's scared to fight?
I don't think he is. I think he probably just got too much stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
mean, Twitter is suffering. I think there's like he's trying to put people in space and all that stuff. I think he runs like 5 or 6 different companies in which he's like the CEO of every one of them. So I think he's got a lot of stuff going on, and he probably just ain't got time to really do this. Which I think this whole thing is really retarded anyway. And
yeah,
you got multi-billionaires who are running these large global companies, and now they're talking about getting in the ring, fighting each other, which honestly, I don't even know what really was the point of that. I don't think either. I don't think it's gonna put any more money in either one of them pocket or anything like that.
yeah,
And I think that actually both of them have better things to do with their time, because honestly, I think that Twitter got some issues that need to be fixed.
yeah,
And as far as Mark Zuckerberg, I mean, hell, he need to fix some of this stuff on Facebook instead of wasting time trying to do a match with somebody. Fix some of these Facebook issues. Increase the amount of Facebook friends you can have.
yeah.
Go do some stuff that's productive. In my
Well,
opinion, that's what I think.
well, it seems like Zuckerberg is serious. He said he wants to compete with people who take the sport seriously. Now I haven't saw videos, but I saw pictures of him actually working out, and it seems like he's actually pretty serious about it. But I think it is kind of a publicity stunt. But
Yeah,
you know,
of course
who
it is.
knows? It's they can truly make some money off of it if they do it right. But it seems like to me Elon Musk is probably a little hesitant to do it because if it's gonna make you money and you post to stream it on your I think it's supposed to stream on Twitter. Which by the way, side note, Twitter has become something totally different to what it was used to, and it was to the point to where I just had to get off. But um, yeah, if he's serious about it and he was going to stream it on Twitter, and which I believe Elon Musk is one of those people who likes to really how can I say flaunt what he has. So I believe it can be serious, but is it a fight that everybody wants to see? Probably not. But nowadays entertainment is basically subjective, so you just never know. It's been a pretty slow
That
year.
that's that's true. That's very true.
It's been a slow year. So going up to the topic of discussion for the past week. I've been hearing about this so much, man. I feel like it's been like maybe 2-3 weeks of hearing this, hearing everything. So of course that means the Montgomery Brawl. The Montgomery Brawl for it all.
Yeah.
So So the incident took place in Montgomery, largely broke down along racial lines in a city where a fraught history of racial violence and proud place of the civil rights movement took place. So the incident began when a crew member of a city operated riverboat, the historic Harriet, a three-story dinner cruise boat, tried to get a pontoon boat moved that was blocking the mooring space. An argument erupted before a topless man swung at the worker and a fight began. The conflict escalated when several white people joined in on attacking the black crew member. A separate video shows that several black passengers then confronted the pontoon boat group after the riverboat docked, sparking another brawl that was largely split along racial lines. One of the brawler, a man, had his hands on the chair and was seen towards the end of the melee, bringing it down ferociously on people's heads. I guess he tried to get his Stone Cold Steve Austin on, man. So including on one woman who had already been knocked to the ground before the Harriet had a chance to moor, which is I'm gonna call him my hero. This 16-year-old, we everybody dubbed him Aquaman, jumped off the boat and into the water so he could swim over to join the fight. So the guy who was seen practicing his Stone Cold Steve Austin impression has since been arrested and charged with, I believe, battery. So, my thoughts on that. Try that in a small town. We had it
well, I'm,
party.
well, I'm gonna say this right here. You know, whoever said, whoever said that black people don't stick together, you know,
Facts,
they were sadly mistaken in this case.
facts,
I'll say that much.
facts. The dude threw so at the beginning of the video, dude threw a punch at the man. And when I say dude took off his hat and threw it at least about it had to be about 10 feet in the air to just say, you know what, if this what we doing, fuck it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. It's only one way this gonna end. And I'm going home to my folks. So I don't blame him, man. And and sadly, that's the world we live in, man. It goes to the straight violence. All of that could have been avoided if you would just move your boat. Like the man said, and he didn't come with no ill will. But I do want to warn people: just because you don't see somebody with somebody, don't mean that he ain't with somebody. Um,
That is very true.
and poor decision on their part. I've been looking at some videos of a different sides of it, and of course he was wrong for he probably shouldn't have gone Royal Rumble with the chair. However, in a situation like that, like I said, I'm going home to my people, regardless. And if I got a WWE somebody to get my point across that I'm going home, hey, so be it. They also
And
have
what else are you gonna get the point across with? There was a chair nearby, right?
yeah, and exactly. But we all know how stories like this end. Is always somebody killed, and it's 9 times out of 10 is always the black man. So who would have known if the other the other black people didn't come out and help him? Who's to say that he wouldn't have got beaten to death or seriously injured? So I don't see why he would be arrested. For protecting himself. I believe Alabama is a stand your ground law state, but they do have a GoFundMe. So if you guys want to, help him out with
For
his
the guy with the chair, right?
for the guy with the chair, they got to GoFundMe, um, which is cool because, like I said, I see everybody donating to him and really, have his back, even white people, because everybody knows that was wrong. So, but it was wrong on both parts. But I side with the dude. I would have used the chair too. A chair, a shoe, fishing hook, something. But like I said, I'm coming home regardless. So
I hear you.
yeah. If anybody wanna hop in, let me know what you think about any of these topics on today's show. I put the link up. Feel free to hop on. We're gonna try to have some fun tonight. So like I said, feel free to hop on. The link is up on the screen. So Pops, have you heard about the raid in the Tupac case?
Yes, I've heard quite a bit about it, and basically, I don't know if there's any new developments or anything regarding that, but here it is, 20 some years later, after Tupac was killed in Las Vegas. They're like, they raided the home of, I think this guy's real name is Keith Davis. He goes by Keefy D,
Yep, Keefe
and
D.
he is the uncle of Orlando Anderson, who was
Right.
who basically was, who is known as the person who killed Tupac. And apparently, Keefe D was giving a some type of. He wasn't arrested because he basically said that he gave information, said that his nephew was the one who killed Tupac, and he gave different you know he gave confessions about it, where if he gave up this information, he wouldn't be sent to jail for it. But somehow there was some loophole where they actually could use that information against him if he talked about it in other cases or in interviews and stuff like that. And so they ended up raiding his house in Las Vegas, where they said that they found a laptop with some information on it. They found some bullets that matched the bullets that they pulled from Tupac, and a lot of other stuff that basically totally linked him to this to Tupac's murder and everything. And now it is very possible that he might end up getting arrested for Tupac's murder.
The whole thing is just weird to me on so many levels. First of all, like you said, it's been 20 something, almost 30 years since Tupac died. Would you really believe that Keefy D will actually have anything related to that murder in his house out of 30 years? Would he be that stupid to be selling anything, keeping the bullets, which that I don't understand too, because even if it's 40 cal bullets are universal. So how do we know it's those bullets 30
Well,
something years
I've
later?
I've seen a ton of interviews with Keefe D, and honestly, he seems like the kind of guy that would hang on to stuff like that. And because it's almost uh, it's almost a braggadocious kind of thing with him. You know, he seems to that's been his thing. Anytime he's on an interview or anywhere, it's regarding the Tupac murder, and it's like he's proud of it. That's his claim to fame, you know, and
Yeah,
and that seems to be the thing that that's making him popular. But on the other side of that, a lot of us, even though he was involved in this man getting killed, it's like he's still somewhat starstruck, and so it's almost like he has souvenirs regarding that's related to this dude's murder. It's almost like I had nothing to do with it, but I had bullets. I just so happened to ran across some bullets that killed Tupac. Somebody like me might hang on to that because it's it's part of this big musical history thing,
right,
and he may be feel like he has a piece of that. He has a piece of something from somebody famous,
right.
even though he was directly involved in it. But he doesn't seem like a really, really, really bright person. So I could see him hanging on to all of that stuff.
Yeah, I seen I believe it was on the I think it's Art of Dialogue. He was talking about the night that Tupac got murdered, that he was in the car. So he's basically telling the story from inside the car, what Tupac did. Tupac was, from his words, he was saying Tupac was like breakdancing, trying to get to the back seat and all of this. So yeah, you're right. He doesn't seem like a bright guy, but I can't exclude what he's saying with when it comes to what he's saying, because he was there. Now, as far as him keeping bullets and keeping all these souvenirs, it has to be one stupid um one stupid guy, man. To
Yeah,
actually
because I'm exactly because if they can go in your house 30 years later and find stuff that's related to this to this murder, because you still have all of these things. Apparently, they got a tip that made them go and raid his house. So apparently, he must have been talking about it. Like, Yeah, man, I still got the bullets from this murder.
Yeah, I heard he was trying to actually sell them off um for money, and I think they end up getting tipped off from that as well, which, like I said, which is stupid. But that's the name of the game nowadays. Is people hopping on YouTube and snitching on themselves, man.
Yeah, and and the big thing now is people telling stories. You know, everybody wants to hear these stories and these firsthand accounts of all of these all of these things regarding regarding celebrities and stuff like that. And that's his thing.
Right, right. Yeah, man. It's
But I will say this right here, he's quite entertaining. If y'all ever just get some time that that you can kill, that you don't care about ever getting that time back, uh, go and and just Google Keefy D, and
yeah,
there's tons of video of this guy, and he's just very entertaining. He is, and I mean
yeah.
you'll be entertained for hours.
Yeah, and all of those guys that was connected to either Death Row or Bad Boy back in the day. He has a Keefer D has plenty of stories on P Diddy and that whole Bad Boy scene. And then of course the I think Bomb First is the podcast with Mob James and what's the other guy name?
Oh
Um,
man, I can't even remember his name.
big light
The,
skinned
the
guy.
the cop,
Yeah,
the ex cop.
yeah. Which he was bodyguard for Death Row back in the day. Y'all check them out. But it's funny stories, and there's a lot of stories that'll make you just wonder, like, it's real. Because of course, Diddy has a lot of stories on his head right now, with everything basically going through him and Biggie. But we're not gonna get into that. But yeah. So that's basically it. It's been kind of a slow week this week, but as things pick up, trust me, we're gonna be right on top of it. Anything you want to add, Pops? What's going down there in Memphis, Tennessee? You see, I always rep the city behind me. This it's always home, whether I'm in the city or not. So I'm always represent my
That's
clique.
right. That's right. That's right. And well, basically, I guess I don't have anything, but I just want to say this here to everybody who has tuned in, to the show and everything. I definitely appreciate everybody, tuning in and supporting my child and everything. And again, like I always say, I'm proud of what you're doing, and I'm always here in the background, but I'm always here.
And,
When you need me and stuff. So,
well, when they
and
like old days, man. Once they see one, they bound to see the other. Uh-oh. But yeah, I wanna know who is I think his name Smeblin Cock in Hand the first. Oh man, the name is legendary. That's hilarious, man. I don't know what happened to Pops though, but definitely like we said, um, it's been a pretty slow week in the entertainment industry. But whatever there we go, there you go, there you go.
okay,
Was I'm trying to figure
I
out who
don't know
this
what
is.
happened there,
I'm trying to figure out
and
who
now I
this.
can't even hear you.
Wait, 1 second. Let's see. Can
But
you hear me now? Can you hear
hey, can
me?
you hear me? I can't hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you. I we can hear you.
So you can hear me.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, I
yeah.
can't hear you, but I gotta roll. But just holler at me next time, and I'm here.
All right, for sure, pops. Appreciate you for coming on again, man. You know, you are always welcome to hop on whenever. So I holler with you, pop. Appreciate you. All right, so this says, "Fool, you know who I am." I'm trying to one sec, because I feel like I know who this is, and we gonna smibbling. Oh, what? You always got them weird ass names, man. Weird ass name. What was the other name? God, what was the other name? You got some weird names, man. But like I said, if anybody want to hop on, I'm here for some more, for some more input. So if you want to hop on, the website is right on the screen. It might take you a couple minutes to actually get through, because I believe it's some of course you got to type in your name and email address. I believe it's you might have to make a profile. But good thing about it is, if you do make their profile, that if you want to hop back on in future episodes, then of course you can just log in through there and they'll take you right through. But Smebbling cock in hand the first. Boy, you are crazy. Definitely. But definitely who's who's in the house? My voice keep cracking. Y'all forgive me. I got 7 people on, and I want to get to some talking before I get off of here. So we're gonna have some fun right quick before I get off. All right. Feel like I'm church now. Will there be one? Will there be one? But again, this week we got Dula on the show. So we're gonna get that out to you guys Friday. Friday we'll be live at 5 o'clock. Again, appreciate y'all for rocking with your boy on this slow pop topic Sunday. I'm gonna go get something to eat. Holler with you. Well, 1 second. There we go. Holler at you.